Welcome to the Juice Box Poppy Show. So we actually have an update on the Austin St. John, Melanie, and Sue report that I got in the other day. I actually got an anonymous source that will be making themselves public in due time, but he allowed me to get his statement and to let the whole world know and to let Austin St. John, Melanie, and Sue know that this is just the beginning. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to show it and I was not allowed to give away names, but he said that as a warning to them that the footage will be coming out. So as many of you know, I broke that Melanie was doing a GoFundMe and she was asking for money because she was a disabled veteran. Now, we have gone ahead and we've seen that she's worked for the Navy, and it looks like she is a veteran, but honestly, all of these scams, all of these PPP frauds, all of this stuff is just not making Austin St. John look like the credible source. So, for many of you who don't know, this is Sue. Never mind the person on the left-hand side. I just wanted to give you guys a up-to-date photo of her. All of this is found online and publicly available. This is the person you're talking to whenever you're seeing Team Austin. That is Sue. And then second. When you're talking to Melanie, you are talking to this person. Second, you are talking to this person. This is the person you're talking to. And as they let me know, this is the person they call quote unquote Sarge. And we'll get to that in a second. Let's get Austin back on the screen. So this anonymous person let me know that they were once a part of Team Austin. Remember when JDF had his street team? Austin decided that he wanted his own street team. Why, you ask? Because Mel and Sue once worked for JDF. And JDF, for some reason, I have not uncovered the reason why yet, but I am looking to all of my sources, and they were let go from JDF. They were let go from JDF and they went straight to the opposition, which is Austin St. John. This anonymous person says, "Hello, watching parts of your stream and saw the one with Francis. 1,000% right on all sides. Mel and Susan, again, Susan and Mel, sorry, 1 second. Let's get this down and up. And Mel are Team Austin. Those are who we're going to be talking about today." And the letter reads, "Mel and Susan found out about being fired is when they couldn't log into their accounts and they hated it. Austin paid them for 1 month with coffee machines when no one on the street team got anything, and I called it all out. The street teams were doing all the hard work and for nothing. That is terrible. The letter reads, Mel and Susan hated it when any of the street team would talk to the Rangers. So they kept saying, You were never allowed to talk Rangers as it's not professional. That stuck with me though, as I felt like I couldn't talk to any of them. Mel and Susan hated it if people spoke to Austin for a while and they wanted the money and treated Austin's fans like an ATM. Once you got your stuff, you had to go. That's terrible because we all know that JDF wanted to meet all of his fans. He spoke to all of his fans. He knew what it was that they were here for. I think they had a crush on Austin, and as they saw him as an action star, so they would always glaze him. That sounds terrible. They think that this guy, this Steven Seagal looking mother, looks like an action star, and they would glaze him. Two older looking women. Back in 2015, Austin had a meet and greet at Ranger Stop. It was $75, and you were supposed to get XYZ, and you would get a personalized morph with Austin. But when it came time to do it, there were 8 to 10 of us. And at the last second, they decided to group us all together, but still charge us the $75 each. Austin, you can kiss my A. You mean you're going to charge your street team? Let's do a quick math on that one. Let's do a quick pat math on that one. So you're going to charge them $75 times. Let's give him some grace. Let's say the 8 of them. That's still $600 that you're getting out of the street team that you're helping with, that they're helping you. That is terrible. So he's not only scamming fans out of their hard-earned money, but he's taking $75 from his street team 10 years ago from each and every single one of them. That is crazy. And of course, this is all alleged. But like I said, this is coming from a person that was on the street team and that will be coming out with this proof in due time. I remember being mad and telling my friend that if you pay $75, I want my own video. Absolutely. If you're telling me that I have to share my video with 8 other people when I did all of this work, you've got to be out of your mind. At the time, no one said a thing because Austin had just come back on the scene and were glazing him up and down for returning. No one said a thing, but I always thought it was crazy sending large amounts of money and getting nothing in return. Absolutely. I would be absolutely pissed. Yeah, absolutely, DG Collins. The reason I mentioned the coffee machines above, because remember I had said that that they were locked out of their systems and they were given coffee machines. The reason I mentioned the coffee machines above is because Austin relied on us for everything. Austin relied on us to post in every Power Ranger group under the sun. I say this because Mel and Sue made us post in every group. And if we missed one, they'd be so mad and telling us that every group does it and that we have to do the same. One of us questioned her about if we were getting paid for any of this because we this was more work than some of our day jobs. That's absolutely right. I mean, how many Power Ranger groups are there? And especially at 2015, there were a lot of Ranger groups. It was before everything was condensed into YouTube, um, Discord, different other things like that. And they wanted them to do more work than their day jobs to basically do all of Austin's work for him. This gives such MLM vibes. Absolutely, this does. When asked, uh, they told us that this was unpaid and that they didn't even get paid. That Austin gave them a coffee machine each for Christmas one year, and that's all they needed, and they use it every day. I'm sorry, I'm not an old woman that is pining over this Santa Claus looking MFer and want to go, on little trips with him to maybe gobble him while his wife isn't there, allegedly, and think they're being escorted everywhere by an action star that is less of an action star than even Steven Seagal, allegedly. Unreal. Where was I? Yeah, they were gave them a coffee machine each for Christmas one year, and that's all they needed, and they used it every day. When they saw we were disappointed, they simply said, Austin doesn't pay, but he might shout you out, as if that would suffice. That sounds like some Walter Jones thing where he took the dude's jacket and it was like, I guess I might suffice. That might be good enough. I would have been like, give me back my jacket, give me back my work. Like, you're done, dude. Like, I'm done. That's why so many of us quit. Absolutely. You guys should have. We left because all we were given is the chance to see Austin. And when you do, you get an autograph and a picture for free. Actually, that's a good point that I didn't even think of. So they're not even being told that they can go to their local convention to go see Austin. They're just saying, oh, if you happen to see Austin, you might get an autograph and a picture. Might. All right, then. I might do some work for you guys. Okay. Uh, P.S. He ends the letter. Just so you know this is real, everyone had to call Mel Sarge. And when she said something, that's how it went down. She ruled with an iron fist. That is crazy. So you're telling me that I'm doing all of this free work for Austin St. John and I have to call this person Sarge. You are absolutely right, Rebel Dynamite. That is some humiliation type of crap. There is no way I'm going to be doing so much work for Austin St. John, putting up with these two, allegedly, and, all of this is alleged, and let them, number one, berate me, tell me I'm going to be doing stuff for free, maybe sometimes, getting a free autograph and a picture if Austin decides to come to my town, and then calling this person Sarge. Sarge would have met 5 races across the face if she put hands on me, low key. We are not in the military. Nope. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you are not a damn sergeant, then you will not be called Sarge. If the back of Richards. Absolutely, my guys. And I would not be doubtful that when I put this video out, I clip it, I make shorts of it, it probably will get more people to me. You can always if all of you want to share your stories, because I'm sure some other people will be coming forward, you can hit me on Instagram, juiceboxpoppy182. Send me a message, and just like this person, I will keep you anonymous, and we will get your story out. I believe there are more people out there with stories just like this, and like I said, his video will be coming out one day. He said that he has all of the proof, and that he wants to come out with it. So please tell me what you think. Comment down, like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and I will update you whenever we do. And we will see you in the next one at the Juicebox Poppy Show. Peace.